So let's continue on with this. Oh bloody hell! Welcome to yet another episode of this. What are we supposed to do now? I wonder. Yeah, let's right click and see what the hell it was all about. No suspects, nothing like that. Right? Missing lilies. Sure. Points of entry done. That. Goods. There and. Apparently a sneeze attack is what I meant to say. I didn't, but
Lost in thought again, eh, Fordham?
I got anything new with you?
I have a few more questions for you, Mrs. Sandbrook.
Okay.
Very well, Detective. If it will help you conclude your investigation faster.
I hope so. Oh, upstairs. Yeah,
Mrs. Sandbrook, were you aware that there's a gap in the frame of the small upstairs window?
Is there? I only go up there to check that the window is locked. I've never noticed a gap. Are you suggesting that's how the burglar is entering the store?
Yeah, he's very small.
Precisely.
He can crawl through.
I believe the burglar is passing a tool through the gap and using it to unlock the window.
Oh, my.
But now that we know the method, we're one step closer to catching him.
And how do you propose to do that?
I'll inform you as soon as I know. I think that's all the information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
See you outside then, I guess, to talk to bloated thing. Trevor? Yeah, sure. It's Trevor. From, what's that called? Bad news, or more bad
Fine
news.
job you're
Bad
doing.
news on tour.
Keep up the good work.
More bad news.
Thank you, Detective. Now, please, let me do my job in peace.
No. Right.
Tonight's
Great.
shipment of flowers. Still sealed by the looks of it.
Question is, for how long?
So we talked
Bill,
to...
could I have a word?
What's on your mind, Fordham?
Not sure.
Any
Sure.
thoughts on Mrs. Hanbrook's assistant, Trevor?
Yes, I feel sorry for him.
Why? He seems to enjoy his work.
Nah, it's not that. He's obviously smitten with Mrs. Hanbrook, but she won't give him the time of day.
What? You only saw him for a few moments. How in the ether did you get that impression?
The way he looked at her, the way he spoke when he confessed to contacting the police. Shall I go on?
No, that's fine. I see what you mean.
Really, Miles? You'd be surprised what you can learn from people if you just look at them.
Why bother doing that when I've got you to do it for me?
Yeah.
Right. Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So, what do you propose we do about it?
It's happened repeatedly over the past 3 weeks, on one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week, and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
So we settle in and wait to see if the burglar returns? Catch him in
No,
the
we
act?
shoot him.
Exactly.
No,
It's our best
okay.
chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
And I was really looking forward to getting that drink at the Angel tonight, too.
I know, but it's as you said yourself. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Besides, forbearance is good for the soul.
Spoken like someone who truly has no idea how to have any fun.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days, especially with your expert tutelage.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs. Hanbrook. I'm sure she'll be delighted to know we're spending the night. Damn, I forgot to bring my deck of cards again.
At least it's quiet up here. I'm surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said... Oh, right. Your sense of humor remains on point.
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this behind?
What, you mean quitting the force?
The force, the city, going off and seeing what else is out there, you know?
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
I was thinking I might visit Harley out west. She makes it sound like a dream in her letters. Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Britannia's filth and squalor after a week, but...
You should do it. A change of scenery never hurt anyone. Plus, it's much easier for you than it is for me. I've got a family to consider, after all.
Isn't that
Right.
a bigger reason?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's just... Shh.
I think I heard something. Well, hello there.
Very big bloke.
Stop! Police!
What the
He's got
hell?
up the fire escape. We can corner him on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
Idiots. Also, what? Maybe, you know, wait until it comes in and then take care of him instead.
Bill!
Stay back, officer. Got a knife.
Ready your pistol, Fordham.
But you're too close.
I trust you, Miles. Your pistol, now!
Alright,
There's
shoot
really
the bastards.
no need for this, officer. I respect your desire to uphold justice. Mine is more important. If you let me go, I won't come back. And we can all forget this ever happened.
Don't listen to this lunatic, Miles. Take your shot before things get worse.
He's got a friggin' knife to his throat. Even though he pays for stuff. So what's so bloody important about that thing? Take a shot. I haven't got any booze around, but sure, I'll pause for that. There, now we're taking a shot. Let's reason with the burglar then, I guess, to see what the hell he has to say.
Look, we've caught you red-handed. Put down the knife, let my partner go, and give yourself up.
No! I'm not going to jail. Do you know what they do to people in there?
Okay.
Yes, I do. If you cooperate, I'll see if I can get the judge to ease your sentence.
I appreciate your tactics, Fordham, but this really isn't the time.
I want to hear the reason. What the hell is he doing here? Can I watch that? No.
Come on, all
Sure.
you've really done is taken some flowers. You're not a killer. Don't make things worse
He
for
didn't
yourself.
take him, he paid for him,
You don't
didn't
know
he?
anything about me. But one thing's for sure. I'm not going to jail. So let me go free, or else your partner is going over the side.
Fordham, this madman clearly can't be reasoned with. Take your shot, now!
Screw it, murder. Murder.
No!
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen.
Bill! Oh, God!
That is what I thought would happen because he
I'm
looked a bit
so sorry, my
useless
friend.
with the gun.
I am so sorry.
Stupid idiots. Why do you take a shot when you can't shoot? Idiot! Female Slayer. Yeah, he's still dead, isn't he? Bloody hell. Ah, one of those old watch thingies
night?
over there.
Overdid it on the soporific.
What is that?
Why do I feel like I've had this conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously, you took so much of that snake
Oh.
oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
Sure.
It's no personal slight. I just need some quiet time, or I'll go insane.
I get it. We all need our space. I know it's not easy, but there's really no need.
Not easy.
I'm guessing he would die.
Bill, I've been hearing your voice since you died.
Anyway.
You don't shut up unless I take that accursed medicine. I'd say that qualifies as a bit more than not easy.
Yeah, well, how do you think I feel? You think I enjoy being trapped here, listening to you whine about how hard your life's become? You at least still have yours.
So yeah, I'm sure if you would have let the burglar go, we would still have died one way or another. Yeah, sure.
If you're just as miserable, why don't you just go away and leave me in peace?
Believe me, I wish I knew how. But the bottom fact is, you're stuck with me. So you can either keep living this way and ruin your life even more than you already have, or you can do as I've told you and try to figure out a way to let me move on.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going with that.
Right. For the 1000th time, you want me to find the burglar from the flower shop.
Yes, exactly.
I still don't get how that's going to help.
I can understand your confusion, considering it was you who killed me. But the point remains.
Oh, what's the fault?
You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if not for him. Once the criminal has been caught and is in custody, we'll both get what we want.
Revenge. Yeah, that.
A decent night's sleep?
More than that, you'll have that elusive thing you always wanted to give others.
Death.
Closure.
Oh, okay then.
You do realize the trail's pretty much frozen at this point. Our man has seemingly vanished into the ether.
That's no excuse not to keep trying. I know the cases Upton's been giving you these past few months haven't been the most thrilling, but they've at least kept you active. So just keep at it. Something has to turn up eventually. Unless, of course, you want to wind up in Riverview Asylum. And if that happens, I'm really not going to keep quiet.
Fine.
Good man. Now, I suggest you stop talking to thin air, or Adelaide's gonna start wondering if you've gone mental. Or just maybe, she'll stop wondering.
Very funny.
Floats.
Pretty, but I'm glad I don't have a sense of smell anymore. Adelaide's last performance. She could really bring the house down.
So it's him speaking and not him anymore, right?
Wouldn't you say it's time for a change of clothes, Miles? You've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
So? Addie gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Right. Brooding detective in a long black coat. That's never been seen before.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Never mind.
Oh, Bill.
You should have let me be buried wearing my hat. At least it wouldn't be gathering dust like it is now.
If I'd done that, it would be dust right now.
Heh. Fair point. I'm
Jeff?
certain a permanent indentation in the shape of your rear is starting to form on that thing.
Gyroscope.
That's a fun little apparatus Adelaide got you. Very soothing.
Watching it spin long enough puts me right to sleep.
I'd say that's really more the soporifics doing. Remember before you started taking that medicine and you could actually read a book for more than 10 minutes before falling asleep? You were a lot more fun to talk to back then. I always liked that self-portrait of Adelaide's mother, even if the eyes do always follow you around the room. Cozy little winter getaway. That would be a welcome change from the winters in this city. Adelaide's mother certainly enjoyed pressing flowers. Do you suppose she does more of it now that she's retired?
So there's nothing not in there.
Miles, care to explain what you're doing?
Just checking to make sure everything that needs to be in here still is.
Right. If you start taking that stuff during the day, you're really going to have problems.
Yeah, right.
Don't
Check
worry,
out buds.
Miles. I don't watch when you and Adelaide are having your private time.
It would be nice if you didn't spend the whole time humming.
I thought you appreciated some romantic music.
Who wouldn't?
That poster brings back some memories. That's from around the time you two met, isn't it?
Yes, back when Addie was singing at the Angel.
It's admirable just how organized Adelaide is. Maybe someday the same can be said about you.
Anything else? No, so it's rock and roll.
Well, look who's awake. Ready to rejoin the living?
Sure.
Very much so.
You were talking in your sleep again.
Did I say anything interesting?
Do you ever?
You have to admit, she's got you there.
How are you feeling?
A touch groggy. I think I took a bit too much of the soporific last night.
That's what I thought. When you went for your after-lunch nap, you'd barely gotten breakfast down. I saved you some bread and cheese if you're hungry.
Thank you, but I haven't got much of an appetite.
You really should regulate your doses more carefully, love. I'm sure dull senses and an empty stomach aren't much help to your work. By the way, a message arrived via courier for you this morning. I put it on the table along with today's newspaper.
Thank you, dear.
I always liked that painting. It's impossible to see that kind of scenery here in the city. It might do you some good to look in the mirror a bit more often, Miles. If there isn't a pair of scissors or a hairbrush in Adelaide's hands, you can bet there'll be a book.
Nice.
The Havisham case. Our first time out as partners. First in a long line of successful cases. It's nice to have a memory of the good old days. I'd love to see the look on Snelling's face if he ever found out you kept your old truncheon.
The hell's a truncheon?
Bollingworth Ale. My favorite. And a nice souvenir from the Angel. You really ought to go back there someday.
Will do.
It's been so long since you used that desk. Did you even notice when Adelaide got rid of the chair? Building those model ships was a good way to pass the time between cases. Hopefully it'll be a while before you get enough time to build another one. Adelaide's father certainly had an amazing life. Imagine being the personal barber to the Prime Minister and his family. The gossip and secrets he must have heard. That makes me wonder what old Mrs. Handbrook is up to these days.
Sure, we'll find out.
Your book collection has always astonished me. Heaven help you if you ever decide to move. Your book collection is... You remember how much time Adelaide had to spend convincing you to sit for this? At least these days, with ferrotype tech advancing the way it is, these portraits can be done in just a matter of minutes.
Let's get you over there to see if there's something... Yeah, right.
How are your parents doing these days? It's been ages since you wrote them. I can see why Adelaide calls that plant Miles Jr. It's a spitting image.
Oh, right.
Didn't I give you two that clock as a wedding present? Too bad it stopped working.
Newspaper? Alright, this is the kind of thing where I will pause and you should do the same if you want to read it. Be right back. Now we click away. So, yes, talk to her first before we check that message.
Addie?
Yes, dear?
About you. Yeah, kind of that. Yeah.
How's work going? You have any appointments today?
Yes, one this evening. It's been a bit slow lately, but pretty soon it'll be debutante ball season, and all the Gascon grand dames will need their hair done. You sure I can't convince you to let me give you a little trim? You've been looking awfully scruffy lately.
What's the point? I've got no need to go peacocking around town. You're the only girl for me.
I like it when you're clean cut. It brings out your eyes.
The way my eyes have been looking lately, I think it's best to keep them hidden. How are you? It feels as though we haven't seen much of each other these past few days.
I've been fine.
Addie, you're not a very good liar. What's on your mind?
I'm worried about you, Miles.
I know, but I've told you, there's no need to worry about me. I'm all right.
You're not all right, Miles. I may not be a good liar, but you can't fool me either.
I am all right. What do I have to do to convince you of that?
You could start by throwing out that sleeping medicine. It's turned you into a different person.
I needed to sleep, Addie. I'll become an even worse person without it, believe me.
I know Bill's death was hard for you. It was hard for all of us. But whatever it is that's bothering you, you know you can talk to me about it. That's what I'm here for.
I know, my love. Your support means the world to me. I need some time to deal with things. That's all. It won't always be like this, I promise.
Making promises you can't keep, eh, Miles? That'll end well.
I've still got that song you sang last week at the Rutherford stuck in my head. You were amazing.
Thank you, Miles. That was a lovely evening. I always enjoy it when Joseph brings out his violin and we can relive the old days.
Certainly nicer than when he spends hours telling the exact same story whenever you visit.
They were very glad to see you, you know.
It's probably the most fun I've had in months, to be honest.
They've invited us for dinner again in a couple of weeks, if you're feeling up to it.
Sure.
I hope I am.
Any booze? There. Book.
What's that you're reading?
It's a collection of short stories by James Penstroke. It was just published earlier this month.
Any good?
Oh yes, I love his work. He's been publishing a new serial in Brentwell magazine. I can't wait to read it. Perhaps we both can together? I think you'd enjoy him.
Sure.
Lately, I haven't been able to concentrate on a page for more than 5 minutes without nodding off.
That is a pity.
I'll let you get back to your book.
And the message. Fordham, a big case has come in which... Oh, I think will interest you. Meet me at the Ruin Coffee House? Or Coffee House for more details. Captain. Alright.
Upton says she's got a big case for me.
Does she go into any more detail than that?
No, but then you know Upton. Always on a need-to-know basis. Especially since she's been giving me these cases under the table.
To be fair, they haven't exactly been anything
On the
of
table.
note.
True, but she's still sticking her neck out for me. I can understand why she's so secretive about it.
I think she just misses having you around the station.
Poor Connie. With you quitting and me dying, she must be bored stiff at work.
Anyway, I'm supposed to meet her at the Ruin Coffee House. That can't be right.
It's not like Constance to make mistakes. She must have gotten in somehow.
Guess I'll head over there and see what she's got then.
Let's. Rock and roll. And over to...
I shouldn't be gone too long.
I wish you'd let me fix your hair
Well.
before you go out like that.
It'll be fine.
So that must be, yeah. And that's home. Quite a big map. Depending on how many things they put up, of course, but...
Ah, the Rouen Coffee House. Worst Java in Lamplight City, but there's no better place to overhear all the rumors and gossip in town. Just make sure you don't get too close to the other patrons. Discretion was never your forte.
So you mean I shouldn't talk to them? Yeah, no, that's...
Self-Portrait as a Desperate Man by B. Calvert. A bit like looking in the mirror, isn't it, Miles?
Sure.
Nice seaside landscape. Definitely a stark contrast to the ambiance in here. What a cheery reminder of everyone's impending death. That whole thing about the man in the black robe, complete lie, by the way. Green's sulfur soap. Beautifies the complexion and leaves you smelling fresh as a daisy.
Oh, that
Talk
one.
about false advertising. I couldn't get a date for a week after using that stuff.
So you're a bit ugly, huh?
Dr. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. Absolutely guaranteed to restore vitality, youth, and vigor, or your money back. For use by men only.
Let me guess, they are
These things
blue.
seem to have had a spike in popularity recently.
Triangular.
Dr. W.S. Sales Wonder Tonic.
The hell?
Best and safest medicine for both gentlemen and ladies. Prevents consumption, general weakness, feverishness, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, loss of appetite, flatulence, and head pain.
Nice.
They should also mention that it prevents breathing, heartbeats, and being alive.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. You can't have diarrhea if you're dead, so yeah.
Not in much of a hurry to clean up in here, are they?
There's no difference. No, good. So that's done, that's done, that's done. All right.
Professor Xander Colt Tit III's emulsified soporific, available at all discerning pharmacies. I really don't know why you think taking that rat piss every night is a good idea, Fordham. Simon Banks, professional chimney sweep. Services start at 2 coppers per hour. Inquire at 305 Merrick Lane. I'm sure he's a lovable urchin, but thankfully, your chimney is clean. P.D. Preston's patented papier-mâché perambucat. Handsomely upholstered in silk, satin, or velvet, and hand-painted in the most artistic manner, as shown in engraving. I suppose if you and Adelaide ever finally decide to have children, something like this will come in handy.
Sure will. I haven't got a clue what we was talking about. Sure. Oh, that's a coffee machine. I thought it was making moonshine.
All that metal and tubing just to serve a hot cup of coffee?
So maybe it is moonshine after all. Hi you.
Best avoid that one. He looks like he might tip over at any moment. Reminds
Yeah.
me of when I was alive. Ah, good times.
Is that a thing? That's not.
He
Hi.
and his friend are having quite the conversation. I bet it's really boring.
Yeah, who cares? That's
He's missing his left
annoying.
arm below the elbow. How do you suppose that happened?
Yeah, I'll keep quiet about my.
So you plan on going to the Lygia Vigil tonight?
Nah.
No.
I heard Harris is going to be giving a speech. There's no way I could look that man in the face.
You know it's not his fault, right? I think he's getting an unfair reputation.
Sure.
If he cared enough to make sure the airship was safe, it never would have crashed. He's as much at fault as anyone.
You really should go. Eliza would have wanted it, I think.
I know, you're right. I'll think about it.
And I will think about calling that an episode, I think. Yeah,
How are
sure.
things at the steel mill?
Oh, you know. Same old, same old.
It's just
Have they bought in any of the new automated machines?
normal.
Not yet, but the boss
Side
has been talking
speaking,
about
right?
it. Some of the boys have been talking, and they ain't happy about the idea.
Well, you didn't hear this from me.
The Reddits,
But
yeah.
I heard the Redites are going to be making some moves very soon.
The Redites? I thought they was just a story.
Oh no, they's real, all right. But this
They
ain't the
is?
place to be talking about them. Forget I said anything.
Let's move over here and now end the episode. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you. Have fun.